Alright, hey guys, this is CVAC0 doing another RD2L Groupstage cast. I do have a co-caster today. Go ahead, introduce yourself, man.
I am a bear, and I'm here to do stats.
Alright, so we do
Very
have a
frank and
bear.
to the point.
Yeah, and we have Propane versus TMC. TMC does stand for the Mega Creeps. This is game 2. I mean, game 1 went in favor of Propane. They're still undefeated. I don't know what the record. They're 5-0, I think. Is this their week 3 match?
Yeah, this is their week 3 match. They're currently 5 wins, 0 losses so far. In terms of series, 2 swept, and currently they're winning this series. We'll find out now whether or not they'll tie the series or lose the series, or win the series, I mean.
Yep. Okay, so looking at the picks, I mean, tell me about them.
Well, what we have here is we have some strong picks from the Mega Creeps, but unfortunately they picked up that Life Stealer when they already saw that there was a Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon has this really great ability to slow down that Life Stealer even while he's raged. That Demonic Purge can do so much to stopping that Life Stealer that it probably wasn't the best pick to pick up that Life Stealer while Shadow Demon was obviously picked.
Yeah, definitely, and even defensively, if Lifestealer can only concentrate on one hero, you just disrupt the hero that he's concentrating on, and that's just another way of kiting this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you get that disruption off, and then you purge him, and he's just stuck there to be right-click to death.
Yeah, a possibility though is like we saw how powerful it was to have a Puck and Naex bomb. It's possible this was kind of like a block pick as well. And you know we could look forward to a Weaver Naex bomb or maybe even a Storm Naex bomb. Oh, never mind, Storm got banned out. Who am I to talk about? But a Quap is still up in a poll.
Well, the one thing about Puck is she's also very good at preventing Weaver, because if you drop a Dream Coil on a Weaver who Shukuchi'd, she's not able to get away. She can still time-lapse, but that's time-lapsing out of a Sakuchi.
Yeah. It's not the best.
But then again, you might not even be able to do that if you get Waning Rift.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a solid 2-second silence.
Yeah. So the Mega Creeps, they ban out the Darkseer, and I guess they're kind of afraid of some of that team fight that Propane might bring to the table. And the Darkseer, of course, is a solid offlane hero. Rubik gets banned out by Propane. I guess they don't want any of their spells stolen. Because Puck, I think almost every single one of her spells is useful for this Rubik.
Oh, absolutely. All of Puck's spells are useful. All of Shadow Demons are also useful.
Yeah.
Shadow Poison, not so much. But Soul Catcher and Disruption and Demonic Purge, they're all pretty easy to end up pulling from a Shadow Demon, and they can all really change a team fight in anyone's favor.
Yeah, so a great ban by Propane. They do get the first pick in the second round of picks. Yes, they still need that carry. They need that support. They need that offlane hero. In terms of offlane heroes, what do you go for? I mean, you have the Clockwork. You have the Windrunner. Tell me more.
Well, Windrunner and Clockwork, they were used to being very high popularity. What we might end up seeing is, because they have a Shadow Demon, they do have the possibility of going an aggressive try still. And they may do that again, because that Alchemist and that Visage are still open, even though they can't end up killing that Life Stealer in the early game with those two.
Oh man!
But however, Razor is still a very good offensive tri-lane, so they may be going offensive tri-lane. They can also put the Razor in the safe lane. It's not as good, but Razor is very tuned to preventing that Life Stealer, because that static link goes through the rage. So he's going to be stealing that Life Stealer's damage, even though he's magic immune.
Yeah, it's a direct counter to this Life Stealer, and we have seen it in the past month or so. Razor has just seen a lot of play, mostly try to counter OD, but it is a pretty good counter to the Naex. So I really do like this pickup. It does add to that team fight, because if you go for that amazing Agams and Refresher build, that's so much damage you can add. I don't expect to see that build, but wistful thinking.
Always wishful thinking. Or is it wistful or is it wishful? Because I think both apply.
Yeah, I think both kind of work here in this case. Well, third pickup. The Razor pick, I'm sure, was a bit of a surprise. I think to TMC. What do you go for here? It's the Queen of Pain. This is kind of what we were thinking about earlier. The Queen of Pain into the nails, Lifestealer Bomb, and this is a lot of mobility. But you know, Puck is one to ruin that mobility with that Dream Coil and Silence.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I feel that Puck can outplay a Queen of Pain in mid anytime because that phase shift can avoid any shadow strikes. It's really hard to avoid a Scream of Pain with phase shift, but most mids will go shadow strike.
Yeah, the way Quap plays against Puck, I think in a 1v1 situation, I think most players will. Well, I've heard some players say it's pretty even. In order to face a Puck to get the Scream on her, even then you have to blink on top of the Puck to Scream for that to work out, and that puts yourself at risk. But throw that all out, we have a Dazzle. What do you think about this?
I like the Dazzle pickup. It doesn't really fit like normal people's ideas of what to do in a tri-lane, but it provides a lot of strength with that disruption because you can disrupt someone and then you instantly have two targets to Shadow Wave, and it also buys some time to get everyone else closer, and it does a lot of physical damage, which means it goes through magic immunity.
Yeah, the only thing I'm a little bit worried about is it is kind of a single target spell, and you do have a life stealer, so we'll keep that in mind.
Well, I mean, Shadow Wave, you just have to be near the target, and it does damage. And like, if you can get that disruption off, they can definitely get a lot of kills. But the thing is it's looking like Radiant want to do an aggressive tri-lane because they do have that Leshrac, who's kind of crappy in a normal defensive one. He's meant for pushing down towers.
Who do you combo
like
it with?
You want someone who can set up a stun, which at this point, I'm not really sure.
Venge is in a pool, of course.
They too common. Well, yeah, I mean, they could get Venge.
CM?
But like the Rubik... CM is definitely a good choice. They do have a lot of mana-hungry people on their team, and CM's aura will assist greatly with that.
Yeah, they don't really have too... Well, they do have a bit of ways of locking or stopping, like maybe a CM multi. They do have the disruption and I guess the shadow poison, but the shadow poison, yeah, it's only like what? But like a 2-second delay. And
well, 2 seconds.
It might be a bit risky.
Well, no, actually, it's a 1-second delay.
Yeah, but Propane, they don't really have too many lockdowns currently. Oh, they even banned.
Well, but they.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say is Puck has actually a really good ability of just stopping that Crystal Maiden in her tracks, because with either Dream Coil or Waning Rift, he can get in there. She can get in there real fast, and she can drop her stuff, and that just stops the CM's ult.
Yeah.
And it also sort of throws everything else into disarray.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know that you might have to rely on like a 3-man Dream Coil. This is
so they're definitely gonna go aggressive or something, because they want that Clinks to face up against that Weaver. That Weaver might end up losing to that Clinks. Clinks has gotten to a real large amount of popularity. He has great harass, and he's once he hits 6, he can death pact anything in the jungle and just be able to sustain that lane.
Once he gets that Orchid, this Weaver will be a bit in trouble.
Absolutely, especially if he can farm up his Orchid before Weaver can get a Linken's.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think for the matchups of the offlaners, it will very much depend on how well they farm. I think the times we have seen this played out, I think I've seen 3 matches where it's been a 1v1 Clinks versus Weaver. I think Weaver actually had a slight advantage, only because of the Sakuchi harass and the Gemini harass. But anything can happen.
With the burning arrows, you can just one-shot and then get away. I'm pretty sure, Clinks is lucky enough that he has a 600 range, attack range, so he can shoot an arrow from farther distance than Weaver can, especially with animation canceling. You can end up harassing the Weaver, and the Weaver can't actually get close enough to harass you without spending some mana on Sakuchi.
Yep. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I still think Weaver might have a slight advantage. You think Clinks will? We will see how this work out. So place your rares.
Weaver definitely has a much better surviving capabilities, but Klinks has that damage. He's going to be able to push down that tower
Oh, that's
and
true.
make sure to sort of gather all of those kills because Weaver won't be able to prevent him from farming because that burning arrow adds a lot of damage to each auto attack, especially ones that you're trying to last hit.
Yep. And I'm lagging just a little bit as always for whatever reason. But I'll go ahead and introduce the players. On the side of the Mega Creeps, it's player 1 on the Weaver. Arendt is going to be playing the Vengeful Spirit. Aristar, the captain, is on the Lifestealer. Hectic is going to be playing this mid quap, and Sunfire Storm, the stand-in, will be on the Leshrac.
And over on Propane side, we have Hank Hill once again playing support as the Shadow Demon. We have Birking Dog once again playing mid. You'll probably end up doing well if last game is any evidence. And then we have Jonah on the Dazzle as the secondary support, Fiend on the Razor carry, and then we'll have Saf on the Clinks, which will be the offlane.
Yep, we'll see if they will run the aggressive tri-lane. Still, I think maybe it's possible they could try to like outguess each other and end up avoiding each other, even though they both want to go try versus try.
They may try that, but I mean, the Radiant is definitely set up to do an aggressive tri lane, and I'm sure Propane recognizes that. They also have the ability of doing an aggressive try with that Razor, but they definitely want to set it up with that Lifestealer, against that Lifestealer, and I believe the MegaCreeps are trying to set it up so then their tri lane is versus the other tri lane. So I think Propane's going to end up going safe lane with their tri lane.
Let's see. Let's look at
short
their
lane, I should say.
Well, we can't tell yet because they haven't bought their items. In a try versus try situation, who do you think wins out?
It's definitely going to be on the side of Propane. That Razor just prevents Lifestealer from farming, from doing really anything. Although they don't have as much stun, they do have a lot of life-saving techniques. We have that Shallow Grave on the Dazzle, which if anyone gets really caught out, they can be saved. And we have that Disruption from the Shadow Demon, which will keep anyone from getting stunned if they can't time it correctly.
Yeah, so this pocket pick of the Dazzle really shown its strength, or at least hypothetically, it looks to be pretty good.
I mean, they definitely don't have as much kill potential normally in the Propane side, but against what they're going against, against the Mega Creeps lineup, they should be able to pull off a few kills. But I expect that lane to be really interesting no matter what.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. So you know, who has the late game? It's looking like I would say TMC, just because of the Lifestealer and the Weaver.
Yeah, TMC definitely has a bit of has the late game if it ends up going that far. But Propane's lineup is definitely set, so then it shouldn't progress that far. If it does, there is a likely loss for Propane unless that Razor and Clinks can end up getting ridiculously farmed.
So something to be wary about is how much pushing power does this Propane side have? Yes, you have the Clinks, but Strafe is a lot of mana usage, and that's about the only. Well, I guess if you get the Agams on the Razor, that'd be a lot of pushing power. But early on, it might be hard getting towers.
Well, luckily they have the Weave, which definitely helps a lot, where they can just stand there tanking the tower as 5 and just push it down. That Strafe and Burning Arrow does a lot of damage. And then they can also quickly clear out the waves of creep with both Static's Razor's Plasma Field and all of Puck's skills.
Yeah, of course.
As well as the Shadow Wave.
Yeah, I guess
the Shadow Wave will be really good for them sustaining against that tower because it is a lot of heal on a short cooldown.
So, what kind of style of play are you thinking of for this Propane side? Kind of do like a pseudo 4 protect one where Clinks, once he gets to Orchid, go and gank people, and just have like these 4s kind of stick together, trying to not feed, or Stay as 5, be
What I
aggressive.
what I see from them is they're going to be going aggressive. They're going to be going straight for kills. That's what they want to pick up. They want to just completely decimate TMC's ability to farm. So they're going to just go, kill after kill after kill.
Alright, so if they don't get this kill after kill after kill, and if they end up trading, will it favor the other side?
Um, it could favor a TMC depending on who gets it. If they end up getting that Weaver farmed early or that Lifestealer farmed early, that can create a lot of problems for Propane. But if it's anyone else getting the kills, Propane's going to be able to bounce back. They have a lot of teamfight capabilities. They have a lot more strong AoE burst damage. While TMC has some nice DPS over time, their only main burst damage is that Queen of Pain with the Lifestealer Bomb.
Yep, and here we go. We get the unpause finally. Saf is able to get back in, and I actually love the logo for Propane. But yeah, they're going to try to run that aggressive tri-lane, and it's going to be a safe lane tri-lane, kind of, if you want to call it that, from TMC. It's going to be try versus try. This is what we wanted. This is what we were praying for, and yes, we're going to get it. I love it when my prayers are answered. If we're going to have that solo against the Clinks, we will see who gets that advantage here. And I love seeing the Puck versus Quap matchup as well. Both sides not going to go for the first blood. Propane opting not to dust up this time, or smoke up this time.
Yeah, what I'd actually like to find out is if TMC was trying to fake out Propane to try and get a solo safe lane. I mean, not solo safe lane, but to go against the Clinks, or if they were going to go aggressive and they thought that Propane was going to try and stop it. I just really want to see that thought process of whether or not they were trying to second guess each other, or if they really were just planning on going safe lane.
So Propane walking up S3 to go block this camp. They can't block it. Either that or they're just going to block it. No, they throw down the sentry. And who's that called out? Is the Queen of Pain? I don't think they can get a kill on her. She'll just blink away. Has she skilled up anything yet? No, she hasn't. So yeah, it's smart to hold that skill off, because she could die to a level 1 gank.
Absolutely. If she's good, she'll be able to harass that Puck. If she can't manage to harass that Puck, then it's going to create a lot of trouble for
her. So something to know is this Finge. I mean, the stun is really nice, but it's hard. You have to get up really close, and of course, Shadow Demon's always there to catch you out if you get up that close. And already, Static Link want to be a pain for the side, for this poor Naex. Minus 14, and he only did it for like a second.
Oh man, Queen of Pain is in a really good position. Birking Doc did not end up leveling Phase Shift first, so she's going to be able to get a lot of early game harass on him.
Oh, okay, that'd be really good for her on this guide. So yeah, she's already getting a bit of advantage now. Puck is level 2. She's learned. Yep, I'm going to get Phase Shift now. Meanwhile, something. Hey, this Naex decided not to go for the Stout Shield. What do you think about that? I think Stout Shield would be really good against the Propane tri-lane.
It would definitely would have been a smart choice. It might have been just sort of hindsight 2020.
That's true. Maybe he didn't expect to have a try versus try. Oh, there's a disruption.
That may be what it is in the end, and it looks like that Venge is gonna be dead.
Well, nice
survived.
Split Earth actually. No, Razor doesn't have his plasma field. He's only level 1. If they did have that plasma field, it's possible they could have gotten that kill. I think level 2 for this Propane side will be really deadly, because now you would have that Shadow Wave. Then you would have the Soul Catcher into the plasma field and Static Link, of course. But don't discount anything from this TMC side. They do, of course, have that. He hasn't leveled anything up in open field, open wounds yet. I guess they don't really want to go for kills quite yet, and his damage stolen. Yeah, he's gonna have 0 damage.
He definitely wants to make sure he can survive.
Split
because that's going to be very important. And as you see, that Shadow Wave doing damage to through rage is just very, very nice.
Yeah, it's so annoying as a lifestealer. What do you do in this case? I mean, you can't get last hits. You can't get kills. You can barely get EXP. Now what?
Well, what he wants to do is he'll probably end up wanting to like try and have that Leshrac do some pulls, and then be able to go in there and sort of clear out those camps with the help of the creeps.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, you're not gonna have a fun time in this lane, anyways. Probably just have your supports try to stack. But as soon as one support leaves, it's gonna be so hard. I mean, you can kill these heroes really quickly. You can kill Lifestealer if like Venge or Leshrac disappears from the lane.
Absolutely. That's why you all, I mean, generally in try versus try, you want to have 3 people there, but like that life stealer needs some farm, needs to be able to do something.
So in the top lane, it's an even matchup. It's Clinks versus Weaver. It's 7-2, 7-3 to 8-2. Very much even. Both sides kind of run through the tangos equally. Weaver is surviving just a little bit. She actually has a stout show. That's a bit weird, but it's paying off.
Yeah, it definitely is. Looks like Queen of Pain was able to get a decent amount of harassment on Birking Dock.
Yeah, taking a lot
Now
of
she's
damage.
searching for the rune.
Yeah, and looking at her skill build, I agree with this one. Maybe she wasn't expecting to get the Shadow Strike off. Usually she goes for 1-1-3. Maybe it's possible you can go for 2-1-2.
Well, one of the great things about Shadow Strike is that level 1, it's very mana efficient. You can toss it at someone and then you're pretty much set.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, she hasn't been able to get that rune control, and
It's a haste
is
rune.
heading down.
It's a haste rune, and Puck. Is this time to go? She doesn't have Drink Coil, but I think this is an easy kill. Lashrak called out. I think this is first blood. Here we go. There's a disruption. Soulcatcher does land.
People are going down.
Oh, Lashrak.
I don't know what Sunfire is.
He's going to try to run. Errant, I think, is very dead as well. Oh, Vengeful Spirit, what you doing? That's 2 supports and Propane.
I think he was trying to stay. Trying to save that Leshrac.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working out.
Yeah, it's 4 heroes. It's not going to happen. It's hasted Puck.
Absolutely.
So I'm kind of skeptical about this. I don't know why the Radiant. I mean, they have 2 wards on them. They could place one here, here or here to spot that rotation out. But I guess they're too scared to walk up there.
Oh, definitely. At this point, like they have a lot of ways to get caught out, and that can create a lot of trouble for them.
Yeah, they even have a ward. The Dire have a ward on the backside behind this tier 1 tower on the bot lane, and I love this word. It just says, "We want aggression. We're going to expect any rotation from this Queen of Pain." So Queen of Pain just going to stay in lane and just farm it up. She does have a bit of an advantage in CS, mostly because Puck left the lane to go gank. But now you just can't make any rotations.
Yeah, correct. And unfortunately, that Queen of Pain hasn't been able to maintain rune control. Oh, and it looks like Seth up top did end up getting that kill on the Weaver.
Nice disruption, but will they do they have enough damage? Lifestealer doesn't do anything. Oh, he does have 72 damage. Oh, that burn. Regardless, Weaver actually dies solo top. I think Lifestealer is also dead. He's trying to tango way through, but no go. That's a big kill for Propane. And a bad death for this Lifestealer. And that shows no damage. Just no damage. These supports are so underleveled, they're only level 2. On the other side, they're level 4. Oh man, this is going to get ugly.
It's going to get ugly real quick. The early game presence that Propane wanted to show is here, and it's going to keep pushing. They are bringing the pain, and it is very proportional.
And you're right about that. Clinks hits this level 6, gets a solo kill on the Weaver. I'm guessing Weaver didn't have any mana for the tie lapse, and it hurt him. Actually, Weaver was leading the CS. I guess up until that kill from the Clinks, he was doing alright.
Yeah.
So what do you do as the Radiant, as TMC? How do you get back into this?
Well, what they need is they need that Quap to go down bot. They need to get some ganks down there to make it safe for the Lifestealer.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain.
I mean, but they have Lifestealer now in the jungle. They can have people helping him, and that'll work out quite well. It'll get him some gold finally, and he'll be able to get some levels and be able to do something.
Yeah, he needs it so badly. All he's got is a wand and a Quelling Blade. And it looks like he's just going to stay in the jungle for now. They've kind of just abandoned that lane, and Venge is just there. On the bright side, the Dire Wards have expired. They do have their camps respawning. And Queen of Pain, if she ever decides to, can make a rotation quite easily.
It's definitely something they need. They need that Quap to rotate. She also needs to control those runes. There is no reason for that Puck to be able to get every single rune. She has a blink. She should be using it.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's probably going to end up dying here because she doesn't have more than one level. Although nice,
Weaver
player one ends
gets
up getting
the
that kill.
Nice kill.
Although I am surprised that she didn't pick up more than one level in that blink because it does help out a lot. It increases the range and decreases the cooldown.
Yeah, top
Spirit
lane.
Pain is useful for flash farming.
Yeah. Continue.
Oh, but in terms of like maintaining survivability and just making sure you can control all the lanes, you need more in that blink.
Yeah, top lane, I mean, they get that kill on the Leshrac. We can imagine a combo. Disruption, Soul Catcher, Shadow Wave, Plasma Field, right click. Whoa! No Plasma Field. No levels in Plasma Field. What? Is this the right build?
I can definitely understand. It's definitely the right build for the scenario. They haven't been doing a good job of like bringing that Lifestealer out. There's no real reason for Razor to leave lane, so just static linking the Lifestealer or someone and just being able to do a lot of right click. They have a lot of other things that can hold people in place and do AoE damage.
Meanwhile, Co-op is
But
here.
to have Razor do that early game right clicking will help out a lot.
Here's a 4v4 fight. They're gonna make a go on a Puck. Phase shifts out. That was an excellent stun, but an even better disruption. But will they? Yep. Puck does jaunt away. Weaver time lasts the damage. She's trying to get some Sakuchi damage out. Razor's so fast, you can't chase him down. The phase boot's just too much. In the end,
and definitely the unstable combat current, which gives him bonus speed.
So much damage from the orb and the dream coil. I don't know what were the supports when they were just kind of AFKing just right there, and they turned the fight down automatically. Weaver is there. She will run away. Razor.
Weaver may be able to get a kill.
Weaver choosing not to.
It doesn't look like.
He had no more mana.
Well, I mean, it was definitely a dangerous choice to engage because he did have full mana and he could have been, sucking it away from her and just returning the damage twice.
Yeah.
Or twofold.
Yeah, and Lifestealer, he does have 12 charges on his wand. He could be looking to try to go, but I don't know. He just doesn't.
I think he's waiting for the level. I think he's waiting for the level before trying to do something.
Buck is there, wants to go in.
Which now he gets.
There's engagement. There's a Quap ulti. Only hits 2. Doesn't do too much. Nice disruption. They will be able to back out successfully. Meanwhile, Clinks, free farm. You'll be very happy about this.
Yeah, that's definitely something that they don't want to let happen, and it's also unfortunately something that they can't prevent at this point in time because they need to focus on keeping their Lifestealer alive. So they can't put much focus on trying to kill that Clinks. So Clinks is going to end up getting some free farm here and probably take that tower.
Yeah, this is a very nice ward by the Radiant. It's just right outside of the Sentry, and it helps see the rotation from the Dire if they choose to TP in. Regardless, they're still giving up kills. The Puck does have a Dream Coil now. I think you can dive the Leshrac. Leshrac, 340 HP. What do you do? It's food for this Puck. So much food for this Puck. I mean, the orb already does 280.
What Lesh needs to do is he has all the unreliable gold. He needs to buy some
He's
armlets
dead. He's
or
so
some
dead.
Gauntlets, and now he's dead.
Like I said, this is so easy food for this Puck.
Yeah, it's a two-shotter.
I mean, leave the lane, give up the tower, I guess, stack something.
That's pretty much what they need to do at this point. They need to abandon that tower. They need to just be like, okay, we lost this lane. Let's try and make the best of what we can do. We need to get that Lifestealer some levels. Let's just start going into the jungle.
Queen of Pain also losing her bit of advantage that she gained early on. I don't know, her ganks haven't been doing too much. Feels kind of weak almost, but that just means they just can't seem to concentrate on one hero. They stun one, split earth another, and just all the nukes there's a soul catcher. I think this is very dead Venge. Goodbye Venge. The Razor ulti popped. And they're gonna make a go on this tower.
And they managed to get the weave on the Lifestealer, which they're gonna pursue.
Yes, and
you have the Razor drawn. And now, that Lifestealer's down.
Dead. They just dive him. so easily. And Leshek, we've seen this movie before. He's just gonna puck.
Oh
Yep.
man, and now are they gonna go after? Oh wait, no, never mind. I didn't realize that Quap was invis.
Yeah, an invis Quap. This is nice for her. Did she pop that invis?
Quap should really just get out.
Yeah, she should just get
There's
out.
no reason for her to stay.
Yeah, the tower is giving up. She probably thought about the deny, but she knew she wouldn't get away if she tried it. But Clinks, well on his way to the Orchid. 13 minutes in, does have one Oblivion staff looking for that second one come up. And normally, when we see Funnick play, he likes to just stay on brown boots, or not even go for boots at all. Just go for the straight Orchid, and we'll have it about now if he went straight for the Orchid. And that's comparable farm, considering this Clinks actually went treads and a Ring of Aquila.
Yeah, the Ring of Aquila is very useful, just because he does burn a lot of his mana doing his combo, and if you want to do your combo more than once in every 5 minutes, you need that mana regen.
Yeah, I agree. And player one looking to try to catch out someone. They're not going to get anybody. Oh, are they? Did they throw it on? They could have. No, they have no detection on this. Wow. Dazzle going for that medallion. The weave will be really nice. They're going to steal all his damage.
Man, Razor's stealing all that damage. So much extra damage.
Oh my gosh, he's
so
so
they
dead.
managed to stun him out.
Infest. He doesn't infest.
Oh, but he survived. Oh, he's down.
Yeah, I don't know why
that
he
was
didn't
very
infest.
big.
Razor dies. He does buy back, but Quap is there, but she's going to die. I don't see him or getting out at all. That's a 3-for-1
that
trade.
wasn't the best thing for them.
So the Queen of Pain.
That Razor kill was nice, but for their 2 carries and the Queen of Pain, that's not going to be worth it for them.
Lifesteal had an infest, but he chose not to use it. I don't know. I mean, it's possible he still would have died, but delay it.
I mean, was it possible he wasn't in range?
No, he was right beside a creep. Right beside a creep, had the mana to do it and everything. I was tracking him down because I was baffled by why he wasn't doing it.
I mean, it might have been just a panic moment where you're like, oh crap, I'm dying. I need to run away, and then you just forget, oh wait, I have an infest, I can just hop into a creep.
Yeah, well, don't panic, guys.
Might have been some early game panic.
Well, it's in the mid game now, and Propane will tell you that straight up because they're rushing these towers. They're forcing it. Here's the infest bomb. They want in. Quap, are you just going to use the infest bomb? Nice disruption. Soul Catcher lands on a Leshek. Oh, Leshek, goodbye. Well, they do get the infest bomb.
Down
Will
again.
it be enough? Queen of Pain. No.
Oh, and no.
A 3-for-nothing trade. This is a dead tier 2. Vengeful Spirit's like, bye guys. Then nothing.
Yeah, Vengeful Spirit's not going to be able to. She's not going to come into importance in this game.
Yeah.
It is obviously looking like she's not going to be able to hit 10 by the time this game is over.
And
Clinks knows how they need to engage, and they're going to do it.
Clinks very close to the Orchid. He might even have it right now. Let me check Orchid.
It looks like he does have it. He has it as soon as he gets back to base.
Yeah, he will have it.
It's 775 for the recipe.
Yeah, that's right. You're correct. I needed to look that up. I knew it wasn't 900 anymore.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, with the Orchid up, squishies like Vengeful and Leshek, well, their life is just gonna get worse. This 071 score by Leshek is just gonna get uglier.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't see them getting back from it. They put up a valiant effort, but they should have tried and gone against that Clinks. They would have had a much happier time. And with the time it takes Propane to transfer from lanes, they would have had a pretty good chance of getting a bit of a gold lead and a bit of a experience lead.
I mean, I'm guessing they just did not think it was going to be aggressive tri-lane. And this is quite deceiving. I mean, the Dazzle pick, no one would say that that it would do anything. It wouldn't have that much damage, and the damage starts flying out. That Orchid already getting a kill on a Quap. And I'm going to get this.
But definitely, the moment you see a Razor, that should be a clue when you have a Lifestealer. They want to go up against that Lifestealer.
Yeah, they called a GG. 17-minute GG. Well played from Propane. They stay undefeated, and TMC, another struggle. But there's always next time.
Definitely, absolutely, always next time. Even though they didn't win this game, they can learn from their mistakes. They can see how to do better, and that's always the hope of this league, is to just consistently improve.
Yeah, and that's Dota. And anyways, thank you for casting, and I really am glad that you were able to help me out for today. I learned a lot from you, and I hope everybody else did. But anyways, any last words?
Uh, no.
No shoutouts?
No last words.
No shoutouts?
Ooh, go the Bears. I
Yeah,
guess
the
that's as much of
Bears.
a shout out as I will give.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys join us next time.